We have all, at least once in our lifetime, noticed something beautiful that happens in sports events. From unbelievable humanitarianism to acts of kindness that'll leave you breathless. Stay with us and find out about beautiful moments of respect in sports. Number 20. Neymar takes photo with fan. Neymar, who's one of the most famous football players, takes a photo with a girl fan and then he winked at her. They both started staring at each other, and that was going on for quite some time. This was so cute, and on top of that, to take a picture and give that long stare to his cute fan. What a nice act. Number 19. Happiest kid in the audience. This basketball player made this kid the happiest in the audience. This basketball player decided to sign his shoes and give them to this sweet boy that was actually crying and didn't know what was going on at the moment. It is quite normal to get that excited when right next to you stands your biggest idol, and on top of that, he hands you his very own shoes. In the end, he gave him the sweetest hug ever. Number 18. Stephen Curry. People call him the greatest shooter in NBA history. This time, he decides to sign his shoes and give them as a gift to this girl who is obviously his huge fan. Number 17. LeBron James. LeBron James stops this game just to check if the woman in the audience is okay, since he backed up on her and knocked her over. Not everyone would care if they hurt anyone, since the game is the most important one at the moment, but he did.
Got knocked over by James, and James helping her up.
Number 16. Let's take a picture. This hockey player stopped the game just to take a picture with this girl, who is obviously his biggest fan. You can see that he approaches her, gives this sweet girl the hockey puck, and after that, when she explained to him that she wants to take a picture with him, he did that without any hesitation. He is a real example. She couldn't stop smiling. Number 15. Luckiest grandma ever. This basketball player decided to take a picture with the grandma in the audience that is actually one of his biggest fans. On top of that, he gave this old woman his basketball to her and made her the happiest in the audience. On top of that, he hugged her and she had the chance to talk to him for a couple of minutes. How sweet of him! This was one of the sweetest moments of respect in sports. Number 14. Humanity among players. It is obvious that when players are rivals, they'll do anything to win the game. But this time, this tennis player proved that there's still humanity in people. Yes, that's right. That's just what this player did. He helped his rival when the poor boy fell on the ground and got injured. At that moment, the other player unhesitatingly jumped over the tennis net and helped his rival stand up on the ground. This was such an act of humanitarianism. So cute. Number 13. Everything for a hug. We all know how the matched can be cruel sometimes among their competitors, and their cold distance is often noticed. But this time, a tennis player took a chair and placed it in front of the tennis net just to hug his opponent. This was so adorable, we've got to admit. Number 12. Famous hockey player. This popular hockey player is a real sweetheart. He decided to give away his own hockey stick to this young boy and made him the happiest boy in the audience. You can see that at the moment when the hockey player with number 22 came next to the boy, he noticed that this little guy may be his biggest fan by the way he put the biggest smile on his face when he saw him. The kid's laughter after getting the hockey stick is everything. Number 11. Two guys help the girl. You can see on the footage how two guys from the marathon decided to help this woman out because she didn't have the energy to make it to the end of the race. What a great act of kindness and humanity! They forgot about the race and decided to help her not to fall on the ground without finishing the marathon. Such an epic moment in sports! Number 10. Steven Adams. Steven Adams is one of the most famous basketball players worldwide. In this footage, we can clearly see that he saves his other opponent by holding on to him in the moment when he falls. Number 8. The Lucky Girl. This young girl became very happy when she gained a hockey puck from her most adored player. Look at her face. She's so happy and jumps all around out of happiness. Number 7. Football player act of kindness. This huge fan in a wheelchair gets his favorite football player's shoes, and on top of that, signed out. The guy was so happy that he couldn't control his emotions at all. And that's, of course, more than normal. Everyone would be amazed if they get something from their biggest idols, and he experienced all of that in front of his eyes. The guy was so happy, the player even gave this young man an enormous hug. This is one of the cutest moments ever. Number 6. Tennis player kiss. In this footage, we can notice how a tennis player kisses a woman that he hit before with a tennis ball. Not everyone would do this act of kindness in the middle of a match. After he unwillingly hit this poor woman, he approached her, kissed her, and apologized. For sure, no one wants to get hit by a tennis ball, but in this case, who would miss the chance to be kissed by his biggest tennis player? This woman was actually a lucky one. Number 5. Kobe Bryant. We can see Kobe Bryant sign his shoes and give them to one of the biggest fans in the crowd, making his one of the best days in his life, for sure. Number 4. A hockey player puck. A hockey player hands this cute little boy a hockey puck and makes his day. Just imagine leaving in the middle of the game just to make one little guy happy. This hockey player must be one of the kindest people ever. Just look at the priceless reaction this kid made after getting the hockey puck. This is so cute, we must admit. Number 3. Happy little boy. We can see this little boy fist bumps and every single one of the players from his favorite team as they are all passing by, and he really enjoys it. You can see that from the way he reacts. Number 2. Track runners. You can see that one of the track runners suddenly falls, and that causes the other runner to fall with her. But what made this situation one of the cutest ones is that they both helped each other out, stood on the ground, and continued the run. But one of the girls was seriously injured, and in the end, they gave each other a hug. They did that even if they were both competing, but at the moment, they forgot about it and decided to help each other. That was so sweet of them. Number 1. David Nelson. The famous football player David Nelson hugs his cheerleader girlfriend in front of everyone and makes her one of the happiest girls in the world. That's so adorable! On a related note, we wanted to know which part was your favorite one from our video. You can tell us in the comment section below. If you'd like more videos like these, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of them. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.